Hello everyone and welcome back to Hey Dad RC. We are just about set to kick off week 7 of the summer series racing schedule, and as we see before us, we're coming from the Ready to Run division with a pairing of two-wheel drive brushed monster trucks. The ECX Axe on your left, the Traxxas Skully on your right. Both trucks share a lot of similarities, and hopefully that'll make for some intense, close, exciting racing today. Both trucks feature 12-turn brushed motors, and both of them, the tires do not have foam, so it should be a very plush, bouncy kind of ride around the track. I'm expecting a lot of wheelie action and a typical two-wheel drive monster truck form. Pretty hard to steer when you're on throttle when that front end wants to come up off the ground. Brief history of these two trucks as I have owned them. I picked up the Axe probably 3 or 4 years ago whenever it first came out. Got it from a hobby shop. I've ran it a small handful of times. I like it quite a bit. I love the body based off of a real life monster truck, but that paint loves to flake off with just the littlest run, so I don't run it a whole lot. It looks super cool. What I do recall though about the electronics in this one, same with the Ruckus that I had, braking power is not all that strong. I'm running a completely stock setup on both vehicles. The Traxxas Skully on the right, I think I've had that for probably 5 or 6 years now. I have had a ton of runs on that truck. It is stock all the way down to the oil light bushings that are in there. I don't even have bearings in there because sometimes I like to put the paddles on this and run this in the wintertime. I figure why have bearings, but both trucks have been run a bit. The Skully a whole lot more. It's taken a lot of abuse and I have not broken anything, but hopefully this will make for a very exciting showcase today. Will either one have enough to take down a surprising leader after all this time in the Ready to Run division? We're talking about the Arma Raider sitting at 10.15 seconds fastest lap. These trucks have the motor to do it, but I don't know if they've got the handling. Which one are you guys going to place your bet on? Keep watching, we're about to find out. Week 7 weather and track condition report. It continues to be a very hot and dry summer. Daytime temperature as of right now is 84 degrees. It is hot, it is hazy, it is windy here at Windy Hill Raceway. Once again, track conditions continue to be very dry. A couple days worth of rain showers last week, not nearly enough moisture to help out this track. It will probably still continue to be loose. A couple of revisions were made to the track this week. That little guardrail just to give a little bit more shape, a little bit more identity to the track. But the biggest change here has been the ramp. We're getting rid of the dirt ramp. The dirt is so dry, so loose, and cars coming off of that back corner trying to get some acceleration to go over that ramp a lot of times just really isn't that exciting. So we brought in plastic pallets for ramps. We added a return ramp on the right hand side, as you can see, which sits just a touch lower. The purpose for the return ramp is basically for the smaller or slower cars that aren't going to get that much of a push off the ramp. They're not going to have this huge drop off that they're going to fall into and tumble over. But that's it for your week 7 weather and track condition report. Get ready to watch some racing. Does the family vehicle need new tires? Do you not feel like spending an arm and a leg for new rubber? Look no further. We here at NQL Tires have you covered. Here at NQL, we roam the nation's junkyards looking for tires that are just kinda quite good enough. If you're looking to save money on tires so that you have extra funds to spend on useless crap, then NQL is where it's at. Remember folks, the NQL stands for not quite legal. Remember the NQL guarantee. We promise our tires will hold air, but not that they'll actually get you there. Both trucks had a really hard time getting around the track today with any sort of quickness, especially more so the ECX Axe, as we see it just over that plastic jump, just kind of slipping and sliding. Tires on this truck extremely hard. They don't offer really any grip whatsoever, and we saw that today. For the Skully, we saw it get on around the track a bit better, and I think really that was due to the tires on this truck being softer, the chevrons a little bit deeper, it gained more traction, and the response time within the controller was a bit quicker than what it is on the Axe. Overall, though, with this plastic jump, hopefully ahead of next week, I'm going to need to do something with that takeoff ramp to get more traction. All right, here's a look at the race results. We see the ECX Axe finished with a fastest lap of 13.32 seconds and an average lap time of 15.00. Not good at all. Those tires on the poor Axe did not help out whatsoever. For the Skully, the numbers were a bit better with a fastest lap of 11.51 seconds and an average of 12.38. And what does that mean as far as the Ready to Run division leaderboard? We see not much has changed. The Skully did overtake the Bandit, surprisingly in my opinion, by a little over 1/10 of a second for 6th place, and now a very distant 8th place, the ECX Axe. And only one vehicle within both divisions has a slower fastest lap, and that's the Lunchbox, which to me is pretty understandable. But that's it for this race. A quick look at the upcoming schedule. We see next up is a matchup of 2 solid axle monster trucks with 4-wheel steer. Neither one very fast, but hopefully it'll be interesting. We're talking about Tamiya's Clodbuster going up against Red Cat's Ground Pounder. That one coming up next week. Guys, as always, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to watch my videos. And until next race day, stay safe. Keep all 4 tires on the ground.